On December 29, 2024, Jeju Air Flight 7C2216, a Boeing 737-800, faced a catastrophic aviation disaster while attempting to land at Muan International Airport in South Korea. Prior to approaching the runway, the crew noticed a critical issue with the aircraft's landing gear. Despite recognizing the potential danger, the crew decided to continue the landing due to the emergency situation and the lack of an opportunity to turn back. In the final 6 minutes of the flight, the aircraft began to descend, but the issue with the landing gear caused the plane to lose control over its speed and descent path. The crew realized that a normal landing was no longer possible and thus opted for an emergency belly landing, a procedure used when the landing gear is inoperable. However, despite the crew's best efforts, the condition of the aircraft worsened, and they were unable to successfully reduce speed. Upon touching down, the situation deteriorated further. The aircraft could not stop in time and skidded off the runway, crashing into a protective barrier and igniting a massive fire. The flames hindered rescue efforts, and most of the passengers and crew were trapped in the blaze, leading to a tragic death toll. A total of 179 people perished in the crash, with only 2 crew members surviving. The initial cause of the accident was identified as a bird strike during the landing, which led to severe damage to the landing gear system. Despite the crew's immediate efforts to mitigate the situation, the rapidly deteriorating conditions made it impossible to prevent the disaster. The lack of sufficient preparedness and the extreme circumstances contributed to the severity of the crash. This accident not only marks a devastating loss for the victims and their families, but also serves as a painful reminder of the critical importance of aviation safety procedures, preparedness for emergencies, and preventive measures to mitigate risk. It is one of the deadliest aviation disasters in South Korea in recent decades, sending shockwaves through the global community. Investigations are still ongoing by South Korean authorities to determine the full causes of the accident and to extract important lessons for the future. This incident could lead to improvements in aviation safety protocols, particularly in emergency response procedures when aircraft face critical failures.